Hey there, fellow garden friends. Today we're going to talk about the importance of keeping our garden looking their best. You know that feeling when you look at a part of your garden and it just doesn't make you happy? Well, that's a sign that it's time to do something about it. Whether you decide to revamp the entire area or just give it a fresh look, it's crucial to create a space that brings you joy. By doing so, you'll not only enjoy spending time in your garden, but you'll also be proud to show it off to your friends and family. So this weekend, I'm going to declutter this section of my garden by replanting my succulent plants that are planted in the small pots into bigger pots. By doing this, I can gain more space and make this section of the garden less cluttered. So this pot is done. And I also have some cuttings from that pot arrangement or pot repotting for propagation. And I didn't put the blue trumpet in here because it's too little. It might just covered up by this other succulent here when they grow bigger. So that's done, and then I'm going to fill up that other one here. In this repotting, I use inexpensive plastic pots of different sizes, and before filling up the pots with potting mix, I place a styrofoam at the bottom. This not only helps to reduce the amount of soil needed, but also ensures that my succulent plants have a shallow root environment, as they don't require a lot of soil. I also like to give some of my succulent plants a trim before repotting to make sure they have a good shape and to provide me with cuttings for propagation. Trimming succulent plants is a great way to maintain their health and encourage new growth. Plus, it gives me the opportunity to create more succulent plants. This is what I use at the bottom of my pot so that I will not use a lot of soil. So now I got these cut woods. I have styrofoam, and sometimes I use empty bottles of soft drinks or water, and some pots that I don't use in the garden, then I'll put it here as well. So we don't use a lot of soil because soil mix are expensive. So let's fill up with soil. But using plastic bottles to fill the bottom of pots before repotting has several advantages over woods. Plastic bottles are much lighter than wood, making the pot easier to handle and transport. Plastic bottle won't rot or decay over time, unlike wood which can break down and affect soil quality. And also plastic bottles won't attract pests, unlike wood it attracts insects or pests that can harm our plants. And also plastic bottles allow excess water to drain freely, reducing the risk of waterlogged soil. Wood, on the other hand, can absorb water and potentially cause root rot for our succulent plants. So here's what I achieve in moving those tiny succulent plants. It makes a huge difference. Now the space looks less cluttered and more spacious. Succulents are such a joy to work with, and I love how they can transform a space with just a few simple steps. Moving them into large pots has given them more room to grow and thrive, and it's also allowed me to create a more organized and visually appealing arrangement. So let's have a closer look. Now this video is taken few weeks after repotting and revamping this section of my garden. So I think it's about 3 or 4 weeks then I took the video. So some of them are already grown a little bit. So let's have a closer look for this one here. So the plant that I have here, some of them are bounced back nicely, but some of them didn't really respond well with the rehoming, just like the bare poles. So some of these bare poles leaf are drop off, a lot of leaf drop off. So I didn't like the rehoming, but the jelly jam really loved it, and it's already producing a beautiful color in the middle. And there's a lot in here that are really showing a nice beautiful color. And we have the opalina. This one is Benny Musume. Doesn't have a nice color yet. And I also add some sedums at the edge of the pot just to add some color. And on this side, we have 2 pots in there that I use to rehome those succulent plants that are in those little pots. Sorry about my shadow. In this corner, this beautiful echeveria, I'm not sure with the identification that are in clumps. It's also bouncing back nicely. So most of this over here, I don't have the identification. So they're growing beautifully with the rehoming that we've done. And then at the bottom here, we have the Ionium sedifolium, I think. And then we have the Mendozae. Now these agavoids here, I've noticed that it has grown a lot. When I put it here, it's really wilted and really small. But now it has grown beautifully with a nice color as well. So I think it's getting a lot of sunlight in this corner. And then we have the opalina. Opalina also bounced back. We have the violet queen. And right at the back there, sorry, I forgot the identification. And then I add up with this another agavoids. So I'm happy with the result of this redoing and revamping this corner. Really happy. And then over the top here we have Aeoniums. So this one here is just a common Aeonium. This is Aeonium vela. And then we have the Aeonium Mardi Gras. And we have the Aeonium Sunburst. And we have the Sedum Adolphi. And then on the top here is another Aeonium vela. So that's what we have achieved this weekend by just putting all those succulents that are in different pots into one big pot. I think I love the look of that, but I still have a lot of work to be done in this corner of my garden, or in this section of my garden. Then over here, I think I will going to rehome or repot this one as well. Oh my god, oh, that gave me a heart attack. The bird just passed by. So this one here, I'm just going to rehome it as well because it's taking a lot of space. So I think I'm going to get a slim pots to rehome these succulents in this fire pit container. And there's a lot of weeds that I need to remove as well. So this one is the next one, and I also going to do something in these pathways because it's just full of weeds, and when it rains it's a little bit muddy. So there's a lot of things to be done still in this corner, and next time I will do something on this pathway as well. So I'm just going to do little bit by little bit because we don't have much time as well, because I'm also working full-time. I work Monday to Friday, 8 hours a day. So a weekend is the only time we have to play in the garden, to do something in the garden. So that's it for now, guys, and I'm really thrilled to say that my succulent plants responded really well to their new homes. You know, there's something truly satisfying about seeing your plants thrive and grow. It's a reminder that even in the smallest actions can make a big difference. So I hope you've enjoyed this little glimpse into my succulent garden. And don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment for more succulent videos. Until next time, keep on growing and creating succulent display for your joy and satisfaction. See you on our next video. Bye!